Second Cup is brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Care Center.
Everyone, good morning to you. It's 8 o'clock on the start of a Thursday. Welcome to Second Cup. Down here in the underground layer, if you will, if you are an Austin Powers fan, you'll catch my reference there, in our downstairs studio.
Listening to the rain on the roof.
Compared to our upstairs studio where we normally just hear it hitting the windows.
You can really hear it here.
So much rain moving through Western New York. We are going to check in with Aaron in just a second. Not only is he going to give us an idea of where the rain is and how long it's going to take to get the hell out of here, but then we're also going to check in with him about our winter weather outlook.
Danielle, so funny you should say this.
Yeah, hello. Because guess what, girl? We getting a lot of it this winter.
You wish.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's not going to be a pleasant. I mean, I guess if you like snow, it's going to be good.
Do you like snow?
Not really.
You know, I heard him say today, nuisance snows, those are the worst.
Yeah.
No, okay, okay, obviously a big, huge, effect storm is worse. But, then when every day you're another 2 inches off, another in my
Those
car.
are annoying. Okay, can we talk about this for a second? So, Peter, Katie, I knew exactly what Katie was. Actually, I thought she was going to be wearing a different sweater today. She said that gray sweater. So I thought it was going to be the Calvin Klein one with the, ridging.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was this gray one.
Calvin Klein. You mean that's mostly white? It has white?
No, it's gray. It looks like that, though, too.
Okay.
It's like a dress, a sweater dress. Does that still... Well, never mind. I don't want to ask that question.
What were you about to say?
How beautiful you are.
Oh. Uh-huh.
But anyway, so Katie said I was going to wear this gray sweater today. So I said, oh, okay, I've got a gray tie. And realistically, I mean, I don't know. Does this look gray to you?
It looks gray in person.
Yeah.
But it comes off green.
It's so weird.
On camera.
Come here. Come closer. Let's see. I mean, yeah.
It looks green when you put it next to this.
Yeah.
But in person, it looks pretty gray.
So I tried my best.
I think it's pretty close.
I tried. A for effort. Give me an A.
I do know what you're talking about. It's got those 2 little things here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little, yeah. I don't know. I guess is my question. Actually, when I think about it, I don't know where that is right now.
Oh, wow.
I put a lot of stuff away when I was pregnant because I was like, well, I'm not wearing this for a long time.
Right.
And I haven't pulled some of it out. So
okay, olive gray. I can meet you in the middle there.
Yeah,
I get that.
Yeah.
Meantime, we'll be back on track tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, because tomorrow we're going to have to wear, obviously,
red and blue. Why? What else were you? Oh, black and orange. Oh. Yeah, duh. Tomorrow, okay, I said this on the air this morning. Can you believe that tomorrow is October 31st? And I know that's the dumbest thing in the entire world to be like, can you believe it's this time of the year? Yeah, of course it is. But it feels as if the days and weeks and months just go super fast as we approach the end of the year.
Well, because now we're just literally, we've been saying we're weeks from Thanksgiving for a while, but we're really, I mean, it's crunch time. You know?
And I don't know, is it as we get older that we feel time flying by?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah, and I do think tomorrow we need to wear orange and black in some capacity. I used to have an orange blazer that I would only wear on Halloween, but I don't think I'm going to pull that out.
I have an orange tie.
I had an orange shirt.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. Anita says October flew by. I agree. All of a sudden, it was just gone. And I get it. I mean, it's odd to say, oh, time flies, but it really does.
Good luck to everybody who's trick-or-treating tonight. And we're going to have Aaron in a little bit. And frankly, tomorrow.
Right.
But we were actually, our assistant news director, Shannon, brought this up yesterday, and we never even got to it. Are trunk or treats the new trick or treat?
Oh, that's a good question.
And maybe it is. Are you still taking your kids trick or treating? Are you trunk or treating? We're going to break down all of the forecasts with Aaron, too, because
gross.
You might want to do one of those trunk or treat things. And they're not technically inside, but you might want to trick or treat inside.
Jeanette says, save the red and blue because we'll hopefully be wearing it until February.
Great.
Here for that. Kelly says the whole year flew by. Howard says, I'm sure Jeff will wear his pumpkin outfit in the local Crosby's. Is that what he does? That's so funny. Okay, well, meantime, as we approach the end of October, we're also nearing Election Day. And so many of us are voting right now early. And without getting, political here, I want to know, do you think it's appropriate in 2025 for polling places to be in schools? One mom in Buffalo says absolutely not, because while they might be off on Election Day in November, the reality is last year in particular, there were some voting sites in schools for special elections or for early voting. Now, why is that important to know? It's all because there were kids in school while people were walking into the building and casting a ballot.
So I definitely see both sides of this when we were talking about it. Number one, okay, they are off on Election Day, Buffalo Public Schools.
Right.
I just looked it up really quick. So, you're going to have these special elections, and I get her point.
Right.
But we don't have them that often. I don't know. Number two, you do want people to be able to walk to their polling place. That's really important because not everybody has a car,
Right.
and buses can be unreliable, transportation, you just don't know. So you do want that. On the other side, I totally get the safety aspect. Why can't we just put better safety precautions in place?
And so here's the thing.
Who pays for that?
Well, exactly. The Board of Elections in Erie County says, okay, there's a police officer at the polling place, but is that good enough? When right now you have to get into a school, all the doors are locked. You have to be buzzed in. You have to walk through a metal detector or an evolved system, and check in with the front desk. Like there are so many layers to this before you can actually get into the building. So I think a lot of the concern is, well, the doors have to be unlocked. The systems can't be used. We have to provide what the school, I forget what the actual organization is called, but they're saying that all of this has to be turned off and they have to have unlimited access essentially to the school to get into vote.
Yeah.
It's interesting. If they're off on Election Day, that's great. This one mom basically says then the same thing needs to happen for those special elections or for
maybe that's the answer, except for then you also have parents who are like, well, I'm working.
Right,
and
sure.
It's really hard for me to get childcare coverage,
Anita says, should not be in schools or churches for that matter. Kelly says, I try to get my young adults to go. Oh, okay. We'll talk about that in a second. Lori says, absolutely not. Too many nuts, and all it takes is one. As a parent, I can't go into the building during the school day. And that's my point. And that's what this mom's point is. Like, she can't just walk in. And even as a volunteer, she gets all of these questions. But then on Election Day, she says, the Board of Elections says, come on into the school building. All your stuff has to be turned off. Sorry.
Right.
And that's kind of what her point is.
I get her point. I see both sides. I really do.
Peter says, this is an interesting topic. The elementary school I went to was a polling place and had a bake sale on Election Day. Mine did too. I remember that. Erie County Community College was closed for presidential elections. However, I can see the safety side with people coming in and out with children. I went through hell to do observation in public school because of background checks. So, okay, there you go. And that's kind of what Jeremy Zellner, who's the Erie County Democratic Board of Commissioners, said. If parents or the community is coming in for a school play or for a concert, no one's really fingerprinting them. No one's background checking them. So is there a give and take here?
Oh, that's another good point.
Right. Julie says, with the stuff Ed saying, no voting in schools, too much pain in the grass.
Oh, Kelly saying, though, how often are these special elections?
Well, it's a great debate, right? Buffalo had about 40 polling places at schools, and that number's been reduced to 17 now. So we were able to get out of about half.
Yeah.
And now the 17 that are remaining, well, why can't we get out of those? And they say it's because there isn't an adequate place that's walkable. And Zellner says he doesn't want to disenfranchise voters.
And I get that. Jeanette says, if only we had more community centers, places of worship and schools out of the equation, leaving places of worship and schools out of the equation. We can't trust each other anymore to be without violence. Unfortunately, schools and children where we see the most public violence. I know.
Anita says school security is not good enough on regular days. Right?
I like the idea of a police officer being there. Like, I guess the question is it enough?
Right. Well, and the school district says that they're not even happy with that. Like, it's great that there's a police officer there.
They want more.
Yeah. Rachel says kids shouldn't be there when there's voting. Lori says we have to walk through a metal detector for plays, open house, everything. So that's kind of how I followed up Zellner's point, where I thought what he was saying was just kind of a little flippant.
Mhm.
And I followed up and he said, well, my point is, Ed, that we have to have voting in safe places that have lights, heat, bathrooms, parking, amenities. They're accessible. And schools are those places.
Mm.
Paula says the school I would work at had a chicken barbecue and performances by the students to lure the parents in the community into vote.
Well, and you know what? Schools do have
Right.
those kind of. I get his example of like a
Right.
play. You invite the community in. I mean, it's not during the school day, right? So it's a little bit different. But I do get that concept too.
We always had voting at our schools in
We
the
did
evening.
too. I don't know.
It's an interesting point.
It is.
I want to share with you what she actually had to say. Her name is Kristen Barber. She has 2 students who go to North Park Academy. That's school 50. Let's roll her sound, Jordan. I want to share with you what
Families were
her.
concerned about how can we send our students to school when anyone can walk in the doors? But when the Evolve system cannot be implemented and the doors must be unlocked and all of those systems are told to be put on hold for an entire day, that's really alarming.
Right, she's saying basically anyone can have access to the school and thus her children, putting them at risk. And while they're learning about how to deal with an active shooter,
Right.
we're basically putting all of those security precautions on hold for a single day.
Kim wants to know, were the special elections held at the schools?
So this one was, in fact, last June. It was at the end of June last year. And the reason why so much of this couldn't be canceled, while the school day couldn't be canceled, is because it's regents.
Regents exams. When you say end of June, you're like, well, it's a regents exam.
Exactly.
Right.
So needless to say, this is a debatable issue. Jordan is going to drop a link to this story.
She will in a minute.
Okay.
She's rolling on an accident right
I
now.
could do that right now. Then. I'll drop a link.
Ed's going to drop a link. We're going to make Ed do a little bit of work.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Barbara says, like, for example, Gasport, they have a lot of voting at the fire hall. And I get that. That wouldn't happen in Buffalo, right? Because the firefighters are there. There's really no space. I mean,
Right.
when I think about it. But the churches, we've used the churches, but
Mhm.
then somebody else has played with the places of worship. That my voting hall, I think, is a community center,
We go to Lafayette High School. So I see the point though.
Right. Mhm.
Mark says City of Tonawanda uses a door that goes to the gym. And right, when you're talking about having perhaps a disconnected gym, or you're talking
Right.
about an area that doesn't necessarily have access to the rest of the building, it becomes a different issue. So people are really divided, it seems. Peter says, I love topics like this as I'm taking social issues in education and aligns with what I read.
So Teresa, I think, would vote at North Park, maybe. And she said, that's not the door that you use when you're voting there, the one that we showed.
Mhm,
There's
sure.
a policeman at the door, comes off the parking lot.
Right.
I don't know. I like having a police officer on scene. That makes
Absolutely.
me feel safer.
Mhm. But is it about you or is it the students? And is it enough?
Well, no, I mean, as a parent,
Right.
that makes me feel
Oh, got it.
safer.
Yeah.
Like to have an officer there who could respond to something.
Mhm. Yeah, like I said, the Buffalo School District says, that's great.
But they don't like that either. Yeah. And maybe it's more of a communication thing here. And maybe it's I don't know.
Well, anyway, the
Let's
link
get
is
everybody
there.
down to a table.
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, and that's the whole thing, right? Like,
Mhm.
what needs to change here? It's the law
Yeah.
that allows schools to be used as polling places that really needs to change. And that's what the Republican commissioner, Ralph Moore, says.
Yeah.
It prevents them from changing things like this on an immediate basis. So check out my story, WKBW.com. It airs tonight at 6, but you can watch it in full right now. I love the back and forth here. I feel
Yeah.
like that's what Second Cup is all about, and seeing
Yeah.
all sides of the story.
I think there are a lot of sides to this one.
Elizabeth, thank you. In School for Social Work, I love Second Cup. It
Mhm.
gives you all the aspects which make school so interesting. Thank you.
Mhm.
And that's the whole point, right? We have to have that back and forth. I
And
love it.
Sherry's saying she thinks when voting has a separate entrance in the schools.
Yeah.
And I think, is there a way to maybe come together on this one? Couldn't the Evolve system go on? Like, why does it have to go off? You know what I mean? You're not allowed probably to bring a gun to a polling place, right?
Or a
I mean, you
weapon,
can't
or-
bring it to a school ground anyways. So, like, why wouldn't you just go through the detector? Why wouldn't you?
Teresa says there's very little access to the school and children.
Mm.
Lauren says we vote at the fire hall down the road, but it has a detached area, kind of like a gym that we go in.
Oh, this Shirley's got to get a vote at the library.
Ah,
The room is small. Okay. Literally, you can see who. Okay, well, that's not good. But library,
Yeah, community center or church, the Italian
typically
center.
don't have spaces. It's just the proximity question, I
Right.
guess.
And so
'Cause you
for
can't
these,
make people walk 3 miles to their polling
right. So
place.
for these 17 remaining sites that are in, being used in Buffalo Public Schools as polling places, they just can't find adequate alternatives.
Okay, and Elizabeth's saying the Evolve system's at just one door, so they can't move it.
There you go.
Okay.
I love Peter's comment though. There is no right answer to topics that are brought up, but we can respect each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's nice to look at something where you're like, I get that, I get
Yeah.
that, I get that, I see that.
I love these stories.
Don't you wish that
And
more
there's
people had the ability to say, I see that, I see that, I see that, I see that.
Yeah, especially in Washington. Hello. Anyway, like I said, you can watch my story tonight at 6. But I certainly invite you to check it out now. And I'm going to post some Instagram and TikTok content about this as well, so you'll be able to see it later on.
Okay, we got to bring in our special guest because we got to talk about the winter weather forecast, and we also have an accident that we need to keep our eye on. Hey, Aaron. He's talking to me.
What's
I hope
up?
So
Hi. You ready, Freddie?
I am.
Aaron's joining us this morning to talk about the winter weather outlook. We've also got an accident that you're keeping your eye on.
Yeah, if you put that up on the screen, Jordan, it's the 190 going southbound. That's at exit 53. You can see a number of cars involved in that. So that's a big slowdown right there. So that just occurred 190 southbound at exit 53, right by the end of the ramp right there as you're merging on. So,
Oh, look at that. This is the 9190 change, or no?
190 to the 90.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the camera 190 to the 90 there at exit 53. Just a mess.
Is that the same place we saw that jackknife tractor trailer the other day?
Yes. Yeah, that might be a tough spot for people. Those cars look, one's facing the wrong way. So, probably the weather involved as it's raining out and the rain's coming down rather heavily right now.
All right, let's talk the winter weather outlook. We're
Okay.
seeing rain right now, but then snow on the way.
Snow will definitely happen this winter. That is for sure. We're talking about La Nina, and that will impact our weather. That is a cooling of the water off the Pacific coast right there. And that impacts the jet stream, pushing the polar jet a little further northward, making it a little more active across the Great Lakes, which means some more clipper type systems with some nuisance snows and also some more lake effect events. We also look at snow cover in Russia. Why?
Siberia.
Yeah, Siberian snow will impact our weather. So right now they have extensive snow cover right there. What happens is, the sun shines, hits that snowpack, and then that solar radiation gets bounced back. So it keeps it cooler, and then that cool air kind of enhances the snow here in Western New York as we head into the winter months. So interestingly, you have La Nina, which is something occurring on the Pacific Ocean, and snow there in Russia. Those things will impact our weather. We also take a look at the polar vortex. And because with a weakening jet stream, because of a weak La Nina, we will see more disruptions from the polar vortex. So you'll probably hear that a lot this winter. That's that cold air over the poles aloft that'll be pushed across the Great Lakes as we head through the winter months. I do think that it'll be very active, especially November and December. So La Nina returns, creating an active pattern. Snow expected above normal snow totals. Temperatures will be near to slightly above normal. And as we take a look at our forecast, 51 days normally at or below 32. We're going 45 this year just because La Nina will bring temperatures slightly above normal. And then as we head toward your snow totals, 95.4 inches is normal, forecasting 96 to 100. And your average lake effect events number is 10. This year we're going 11 to 13.
All right, so answer Elizabeth's question here. Are we risking any Snowvember type storms again? Because you had mentioned snow possibly coming next month.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that risk. You just need that one of those lobes of cold air to break off and move across the Great Lakes. And when those winds align, the lake is 57 right now, so it's wide open. So, like you mentioned earlier, I can't believe it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, now's a great time to check the generator, the snowblower, and just make sure that everything's ready to go. You know it's coming.
Yeah.
And it's going to be here. Make sure your scraper and your brush are in the car. Well, I couldn't, I didn't have my scraper the other day when it was frosty. I'm in the same boat you are. So just reminding myself to do all that stuff.
Kelly wants to know, is the lake going to freeze over?
It most likely will, but it might freeze over later in the season just because of La Nina. It's a weak one, but that tends to keep temperatures slightly above normal. So it's something that needs to be monitored. When the lake is wide open, that does tend to lead to more lake effect snow events.
Sarah giving you some flowers this morning. This was so interesting to learn about.
Well, thanks, Sarah. I appreciate it. We worked hard on it. Josh wrote a great article. I covered it this morning with all the graphics, and then Autumn is going to recap it tonight.
Surely I'll take snow over what other areas have to deal with. I mean, the hurricanes, that Category 5 hurricane that devastated Jamaica. And then here we're just dealing with snow, I guess.
Yeah, but snow can be very, very deadly. Let's remember the blizzards. That was almost 50 deaths. So, be prepared as, our winter weather can be quite harsh. So don't downplay that. Like, it's going to be at sometimes bad here. So just be prepared. Be prepared now for what's coming in the next few months.
Put your feet to the flame, when
I love doing this.
Are we going to see the first little bitty snowfall?
Okay.
And then when do you think we'll really see snow?
Okay, so I think a lot of the models are showing some colder air coming in for next weekend. So maybe a few flakes flying.
So very little bitty snowfall.
Yeah.
Cute.
And then after that, it's tough. These long range forecasts, they're tough. So, however,
but not for you.
I know. Put your best
so
prediction.
However, I'm going to say, what? We say that, but to toot our own horn, we've been talking a lot about how we would have rain today and how we would have a windy one on Friday, and that's what's going to happen. Right. The models had that last week. It's pretty fascinating if you want to do a deeper dive. AI is enhancing the weather models and tech with that. So you're seeing some of the AI weather models increasing accuracy of about 20%.
Wow.
So the one I'm now looking at a lot is showing a few flakes next weekend over the higher hilltops. So,
wow. Okay. All right. Well, so you mentioned next weekend. You're talking the 8th and 9th, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But again,
I just want
totally could change.
Just say, I just want to put this out there that it's a good
Heard
thing.
it here first.
Well, right. Okay. We're in Miami for the Bills game on Sunday.
Oh, are you going?
Not me personally. I'm saying we as a community.
Yeah. And Syracuse Syracuse plays Miami on Saturday. So a lot of people who went to Syracuse will go down there for the double doozy. Yeah.
But then what are you thinking for the 16th? I mean, that's when Tampa comes to Buffalo.
Well, it'll be much colder here than in Tampa. Yeah, you're going to see the pattern switch, and you'll see that colder air. Last year for Halloween, it was 78 degrees in Buffalo. This year, nothing like that. Last year, we didn't get snow till the end of November. That'll change this year. I think the early season will be active, especially when that lake is wide open.
I think we're gonna. I think we'll push it back a little.
I have a question. When when the lake freezes later, does that mean anything for the summer?
Not really. There isn't really any correlation with that. The ice tends to
He just wants to know when he can get his boat in the water.
When did it come out? It came out what, yesterday? Or
Yeah.
You'll get the boat
He's
back
like,
in.
oh, thank God.
I'm glad if you did take your boat out this past week, especially yesterday was pretty nice because the weather's going downhill and now you're going to see the winds. It's been pretty tranquil the last few days, but you're going to start to see that change with the winds today. And tomorrow's just going to be one of those days you're like, oh, I got to go outside and trick or treat with the kids. But yes.
It's funny that you mentioned that though, because my friend Johnny Palmieri he has his boat in the water still. And I was talking with him yesterday and he goes, dude, if there's an 11 on the calendar or until there's an 11 on the calendar, I'm not taking it out. I'm like, okay, but have you been out on it? He goes, hell no, it's too cold.
Yeah. Okay, wait. And when you're talking about trick-or-treating with the kids, can I tell you guys something really funny? Can you bring your little mug thing over here? Okay, so I saw on Instagram, these moms are like, oh, just getting my hot tea ready to go trick-or-treating with the kids. Filled it up with wine, cut a tea bag thing, so the little like
a mulled wine?
No, so the little string was there.
So
I just
it looks like
and it was wine. I was dying. I was like, hilarious.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Well, dress warmly tomorrow. You'll need the big jacket. Unfortunately, if you got the real cute costume, with maybe some wings on it or something.
Oh my God, what are you going at?
It's gonna blow away. I said, if you have the cute costume. What?
Are you a butterfly this year?
Oh my God, what a cute little caterpillar.
Broke out the butterfly
So
costume.
adorable.
Yeah. No.
Here comes a beautiful butterfly.
God, when are you going?
Love
When's it
second
gonna
cup.
snow?
Yeah. When's it gonna snow? Are you guys doing getting dressed up?
No. We're going down to Hamburg to trick or treat with our nieces and nephew.
Okay.
I'm dressing up a baby.
That's
Get
a lot
him
of work.
dressed up
Yeah.
and
Okay, cool.
Jordan says she's dressing up. Jordan, I remember last year you were like a bloody Valentine or something like that. She was creepy. Remember
She's
that?
running our Halloween party tomorrow too.
Jordan's part of our engagement committee. Normally
what
we'd
is
be able
a
to
bloody
bring.
Valentine?
I remember
She
she
had,
had like that
stuff all over
blood.
her face.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came in, I was like, ah.
Yes, seriously.
Yeah.
Is she a vampire?
She was like Creepzilla.
I was like, whoa. And then I was like,
She was
Monster
Monster
Mash.
Mash. What's that?
well, it was scary to me.
The Monster Mash.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, she
You should pick a cute costume like Aaron.
With wings.
yes, I got nothing. I was gonna go as
He's like, I'm never going to do the Winter Weather Forecast again.
I have a question.
here
Has
we go.
chili season started yet for you? It has in our house.
yes. Chili and soup season.
Yeah.
We have this barley soup we've been kind of.
Oh, I've been eating barley soup too.
It like
I
it
made
never ends. It's like it's
Right.
just like you scoop out, you have some. I'm like, then you have more.
Then you
and
heat it up and you add more water, and it's like never ending.
It's never
Stregonona.
ending. Yeah, it's very
That was
very
my
cool.
favorite book
Remember that
growing
book?
up.
Do you remember that book,
Yes.
Stregonona?
What was it called?
Stregonona.
No,
She had the pot.
Yeah,
and
the cauldron,
the,
and it was like the
noodles
spaghetti.
are all coming out of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
maybe it came out after I was born.
Oh,
Book
man.
about noodles. Yep, I liked it.
Tommy DePaulo wrote that. Did he win awards for those books?
think so.
Like the
That's
Caldecott,
cool.
maybe?
Ask my mom. Maybe it was at a Caldecott. If we had it at our
Hey,
house.
I gotta go
very-
find
No,
my
stay. It's
Halloween
so fun to have
costume.
you.
But
I
if
gotta go
you want, you can read more and see more about the winter weather outlook on WKBW.com.
Jordan will drop a link in the comments. Aaron's
Oh,
going to
drop
fly
the link.
away.
Bye,
you.
Aaron.
All right.
See you later.
Bonnie
Leaving
says,
a path of glitter in his way.
like a never mind.
Ah.
Bonnie says chicken wing soup, yummy.
Oh, I haven't had that for a long time.
Marguerite, soup season is the best. Here's the link to Aaron's
Love
story.
throwing stuff in a crock pot and dealing with it later.
Well, yeah, it's like set it and forget it.
Such a good idea.
We have one of those machines too, for the roast that we make on Thanksgiving. You literally, it's like this Ron Popeil thing. Do you remember that infomercial? He goes,
Of
set
course I
it
do.
and
You
forget
shove
it.
the garlic in the thing. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, I was right. Stregonona
Won
won
the
the Caldecott Award. All right, let's pause for Aaron.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Let's spend a minute here on traffic because there is a lot going on. We have an accident on the 190 going southbound. This is the 190 southbound to the 90 eastbound. There's a crash right there on the ramp. So the right lane is closed. You can see multiple vehicles involved with that crash right now. Also, another crash just came in. This on the 33 west, so 33 inbound just beyond Best Street. The right lane is closed. And then on Route 62 south in Wheatfield on Cy Road, we have a crash right there. So the right lane is closed. We have a lot of congestion on the 290 eastbound, but right now there are several accidents that have popped up across the area, including this one right here that you're looking at, the 190 southbound to the 90 eastbound. Roads are very, very wet. Look at all the rain and notice the lightning across central Pennsylvania. So can't roll out a few rumbles of thunder pushing toward the southern tier. We have the heavy, steady rain across the area, especially Buffalo northward. Look at the brighter colors, the yellow and orange and red on the screen from Niagara Falls to Lockport, back toward Wilson, Ransomville, Newfane, all very wet this morning. Right now, with rain here in Buffalo, our temperature 44 degrees, winds out of the northeast at 9 miles per hour, 43 in Jamestown, 43 in Niagara Falls, 41 in Batavia. Here's your forecast for today. Rain with a cool breeze, temperatures in the mid to upper 40s, winds northeasterly 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting near 30 at times. So it is wet out there. Roads are wet, and we have 3 accidents, 33 inbound, 190 southbound at exit 53, Route 62 side road there in Wheatfield. Tonight, scattered showers and cloudy skies, overnight lows in the low 40s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and breezy with scattered showers. Some showers south of Buffalo Saturday, partly cloudy on Sunday with highs near 50 degrees.
That forecast looks crazy.
Seriously, it's
So
all
much
over the
going
place.
on there.
We got to roll back on Saturday night into Sunday.
Right. into
I was
Sunday.
just sorry if you heard the dog growling. It's because I was watching a video of Gladys. She's at the vet right now.
Oh, I bet she's not happy.
She is not happy.
Poor thing.
She's getting her sutures out today, and hopefully
Growling
I'll
at the
go.
vet.
No, she's just like standing there watching people.
Mad.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be there. That's for sure. And so there's a little bit of activity, and so she's like, "Urgh." Listen to her. Hold on. She's so funny.
She's very fierce. This This big.
with her 2 teeth.
Very fierce.
She's
2 teeth
so
this big.
funny.
Meantime, my dog. Hi. I'm like, okay.
I love them. Anyway, we got to go. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for Friday.
Halloween.
Awesome. Have a great day.